What's my favorite George Carlin piece? God, that's not an easy question to answer, really.
That's all your house is. It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff.
Boarding process. Sounds important. It isn't.
It's called the American Dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Planet is gonna be here a long, long, long time. Die big. Nobody wants to just pass away.
I love and value and am in lockstep with George Carlin on the 7 words.
I mean, there's so many that I do love, and then there's really that comes down to 2. If I really had, you're going to force me to make a choice. One is stuff, but I think what edges it out is 7 words you can never say on television.
But there are some words that you can go to jail for. There are some words that we just have decided we will not say all the time.
Would I have been willing to go to jail for it? Would I have been willing to take the case all the way to the Supreme Court? I'm not sure that I have that kind of courage, but by God, thank you, George Carlin.
So I remember Dad explaining to me what the 7 dirty words on television were, but not wanting me to see it or hear it because I was too young.
Wouldn't you think it'd be normal if they didn't want you to say something to tell you what it is?
Like, he was like, no, you don't understand. It's brilliant. This is one of the greatest stand-up bits of all time. He's talking about these words that you can't say on television, but, like, he's saying it, right? He's saying them, and his whole point, Corey, you got to understand, is that it's insane with all the stuff that's going on in the world wars, blah, 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 all this stuff that, like, we still censor language, and people get so upset about words. But he wouldn't exactly let me see it because I was too young to hear those words, but he needed me to know how brilliant it was.
This, for starters, I mean, what makes this a great piece is its timeliness, right at that point in history where he nails what's going on, but he does it through comedy.
What can you say on television? That's another one of those places where we can't use these words all the time. But some of them are all right some of the time.
All right, look, it's the passion that drives it. It's the passion of the fact that for him, it comes from a very gut place, having been busted for using language. And language to him is, as he even says in a number of pieces, is vital to him. It's his lifeblood. He left a historical record, really, and you can hear it in the sounds of our laughs, which still occur today. It's a timeless piece.
Well, that leads me into the filth, and to kind of wind up. That's the trouble with it, is trying to decide what to call these words, man, or trying to decide what to call this whole thing. What are these words that I'm talking about? They're just words that we've sort of decided not to use all the time. That's about the only thing you can really say about them for sure. That they're just some words, not many either, just a few, that we've decided, well, we won't use them all the time. Sometimes, well, hell yeah. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time. And they're the only words that seem to have that restriction. I mean, there are a lot of words you can say whenever you want, Pneumonia! Nobody gives you a lot of... All right, you can't yell it in the hospital a great deal, but what the hell? There are words that you can say, no problem. Topography! No one has ever gone to jail for screaming topography. But there are some words that you can go to jail for. There are some words that we just have decided we will not say all the time. Sometimes, okay. If you're running through the jungle chasing somebody that we're at war with, you can holler them. If you're shooting a criminal, it's okay. It's the all-American thing. Dirty fucking crook. But if you're with the bishop's wife at lunch, it's better not to ask for the goddamn lettuce. You know what I mean? It's just like we've decided there'll be some words we won't say all the time. And I was just trying to find out which words they were. For sure, all of them. I wanted a list. Because nobody gives you a list. That's the problem. They don't give you a list. Wouldn't you think it'd be normal if they didn't want you to say something to tell you what it is? Nobody even tells you when you're a kid what the words are that you're supposed to avoid. You have to say them to find out which ones they are. Shit! Ah! that's enough trial and error, huh? Please, Ma, give me a list, huh? All right, you're 6 years old now, and here's the list of words your dad and I don't ever want to hear you say. Oh, hey, thanks, Ma. Boy, that's going to save me an ass kicking or two. Yeah, you never know what's going to be on the list. Because it's always somebody else's list. You didn't make that up. Somebody told you that shit. They told you, better not say that, so you gotta... And you don't know what's going to be on their list. God, people's lists even change from day to day. Some people on Friday night got a list, about 2 or 3 words. Sunday morning, goddamn, there's 27 words on it. These are the same people 2 days later. Different list. So you got to kind of watch out what you're going to believe from them. The trouble is, I was trying to find out what these words might be. And I wanted to know the ones that you could never say on television. I mean the filthy words that are always filthy. There are a lot of these little two-way, double entendre words that have 2 meanings, words that are okay part of the time. I call them like part-time filth. Some of these words, they're only 50% dirty. You have words like ass. Ass is hardly even a dirty word anymore, but it has a few meanings that you can't say on television. That's what I was talking about. What can you say on television? That's another one of those places where we can't use these words all the time. But some of them are all right some of the time. Ass is all right on television. You can say on television things like, well, you've made a perfect ass of yourself tonight. But you can't say, hey, let's go get some ass. Bitch. Bitch is another word like that. Same kind of word. It's only dirty part of the time. Depends on what you mean by bitch. You might be the lady from the San Diego Zoo visiting one of the Tonight shows, and you might just have a bunch of little canines with you there. One of them is a female. You say, there's the bitch, Johnny, and it's okay, fine. Just don't refer to the singer the same way. That's all. Is that bitch going to do another number? Yes. Animals are fine on those two-way words, and that's it. That's what I was trying to find. The words that were always dirty, not just part of the time, but completely filth. Well, in looking for these words, I kept finding new categories. We have so many ways of describing these dirty words. We have more ways to describe dirty words than we actually have dirty words. That seems a little strange to me. It seems to indicate that somebody was awfully interested in these words. They kept referring to them. They called them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, bawdy, naughty, saucy, raunchy, rude, crude, lewd, lascivious, indecent, profane, obscene, blue, off-color, risque, suggestive, cursing, cussing, swearing, and all I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. That's all I had. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. That was my original list. I knew it wasn't complete, but it was a starter set, you know? Shit, piss, fuck, yes, WBAI is the one who played them. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. Now, that was the original list. We've added a few words since then. We've added fart, turd, and twat. And I know there are some other words that many of you are wondering about, why they haven't been considered, why they haven't shown up on the list thus far. We're looking at them all very closely. Some of your favorites might make the list this year. Asshole, ball bag, hard-on, piss hard, blue balls, taint, nookie, snatch, box, pussy, pecker, peckerhead, pecker tracks, jism, joint, Donecker, dork, poontang, cornhole, and dingleberry. Dingleberry, a very popular word. And to my way of thinking, dingleberry, a rather innocent-sounding word. Dingleberry sounds Christmassy to me, you know. Let's put one on the tree, Dad.